Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's lovely to have you back here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're watching my videos for the first time, let me do a quick introduction. My name is Jody. I'm a hairstylist based in Nairobi. I mostly offer creative hairstyling services, personal hairstyling services, wig installation services, and bridal services as well. So if you want to contact me for bookings, just head over to Instagram and search Hair by Jody and just text me. So today's video I'm going to show you how we're going to achieve a simple bridal look. So this is the look that we achieved. You can see how gorgeous it looks from the photos. So yeah, I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So yes, grab some popcorns and let's get this video started. So guys, today I was working with the lovely Michi Ngoje, and her work is just so amazing, and she's so amazing too in person. Like, she has a very lovely personality. So I split the hair into two sections, that is horizontally, yes, two sections, and then I went ahead and slicked the hair down with Eco Styler. And her hair was very easy to slick down. She has soft hair, so normally every time I'm slicking down hair, I always have to do it section by section, so that's why it lies as flat as possible. You want to see no bump. And also, after tying down the ponytail, I normally go back with some Eco Styler or maybe an edge control, just to make sure that everything is as neat as possible before I now start doing the edges. So after making sure that the ponytail is laid, now I went ahead and braided down her hair so I can get that off the way, because we're going to hide all her natural hair. And so I'm gonna do that, and then next I'm going to cut some of that thread. I normally prefer using thread and not rubber bands, because I feel like rubber bands, they normally like break your hair. So here guys, I started off laying her edges. So I love laying edges. I love edges that normally like cooperate, because sometimes, like, you have to understand that we have fussy hair, so sometimes it can be difficult to lay down edges. I normally like recommend my clients before any appointment is that they need to wash their hair, they need to clean their hair and straighten it, and you have to make sure that you don't apply any oil or any products to the hair so that it does not flake. That's the reason why your edges are not laying down properly, or maybe that's the reason why you're slicking down the hair but it's not lying as flat as possible and you have some white residue on the hair. So it's really advisable to just come with a clean hair. It's gonna be easier. You will understand it when you try it. So yeah, so this is me now trying to do the side bands, and then after we finish off this part, now we're going to now start pinning down the extension. I finished off laying down the edges, and now I was just double confirming if everything is laid down. I was also making sure that the client was okay with how we had held ponytail. I feel like it's really important to ask the client if she is comfortable with, like, for example, if you have to like do like a ponytail. Like, you see, obviously you're going to make a bun, so you have to make sure that the bun is not too tight for them. Does it make sense? Yes. So now I want to just wrap it and then make sure that it's dry before I put on the extension. I normally don't like working with damp hair. I don't know, it's so difficult to deal with it. A tip for ponytail is that a ponytail will look so good when it's dry. I don't know if anybody told you that a ponytail will look good when it's still damp, when the gel is still not dry, then that person has lied to you. So I tied down. I normally use a do-rag. It helps a lot, especially when it comes to laying down the edges, because that's the part which is usually very flaky. Honestly, not necessarily flaky, but that's the part where the hair tends to lift up so easily. So when you lie down, when it's as flat as possible, or when it dries out, when it's as flat as possible, that's when you're gonna get the best result. So I went ahead and used my portable hood dryer to dry the gelled hair after I had wrapped it all the way around. I normally use the portable dryer when I have an out of studio appointment, or normally I think I always have it just anywhere, like in my bag, it's always there, because sometimes you'd find that you have an abrupt appointment and you don't have access to maybe like a physical hood dry or something like that. So I got this from Jumia. It's been so helpful. I could also use a blow dry. If you don't have the hood dry, you can use a blow dry. Personally, I don't like the blow dry because it's too loud. It's very unnecessary noise. I just don't like it. So now, as the hair was drying up, I set a timer for 15 minutes. I was now braiding the hair that I was going to use for the extension. So I used 4 packs of hair. I braided 2 of them for the front part, and then started feeding in some of that hair as the way you'd feed in like a knotless braid, or the way you'd just feed in a regular braid. So now, after 15 minutes, I took off the hood dryer, and I'm going to show you in a few how the hair looks like when it's dry. It's laid down as flat as possible. The edges have laid down perfectly. So now it's time to put down the extension, and time to hide away that bun that you see there with some extension that we had braided earlier on. So now it's time to start pinning down the braided extension. Yes, and then also I had to braid it short because I was planning on to add some volume with some hair. Always be careful when pinning down because you don't want to poke your client's scalp. So always make sure that you consult with them first and you let them know before you start pinning the extension down to always tell you if they feel like there's a pin that's poking their scalp. And then also make sure to always hide all the pins that to a point where they're not visible. You don't want people to see the pins. After pinning it down, I now started adding on extension to make the ponytail longer. And at this point, I had made sure that I had used enough pins to secure the ponytail since the client was going to a wedding. And what do people do on weddings? They dance and they celebrate. So you don't want the ponytail to fall off when the client is dancing. So you have to make sure that it's as stable as possible. And for me to make sure that it's safe, I always tell the client to try and shake their head vigorously just to see if it's going to make any movements. So I went ahead and finished braiding down the ponytail, and here I was just double confirming if everything is set, just to make sure that all the pins are in place, just to make sure that the client is not feeling any pain, and just to make sure that everything is perfect. I'm a Virgo, I'm a perfectionist, and I like my work to be done in a specific way. So that's just me. This brings us to the end of the video. I'm so grateful that you're still here. Thank you for watching my videos. I will show you how it looks like, the final look after the hair and makeup is done. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below in the comment section if you liked the style. Here's the final look.